channel. It's me, Silver Daisies, and I'm back with another video. So I know I may be a bit late because varsity has already started and whatnot, but to anybody who is thinking of applying to UWs and they want to know, like, okay, if I apply to this university, maybe they're in Joburg, maybe they're in the Eastern Cape, maybe they're in KZN, you never know. And it's not possible for these people to travel all the way down to UWC for an open day, just for one day. Okay, I wanted to show like how the res looks like, how it is, how much like you pay, and just everything that's going to be provided to you and everything that you're going to need to provide for yourself. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do, right, is UWs will send you an email and they'll tell you that you need to accept your accommodation within a specific time period, right? Because they'll send you a memorandum of understanding, an MOA, and then they'll also send you specifications of like, okay, this is your name, this is your student number, this is your res that you're actually going to be living at, like the name of the res, and then they're also going to give you your room number and whether it's a single or it's a double. And usually when you're applying on your application, they'll ask you if you would like a single or a double room, so you need to specify there. So obviously the previous year when I had applied, I said I want a single room because honey, I am not sharing with anybody that I don't know. But sometimes you really don't have a choice because it also goes on the basis of availability. But luckily, I'm pretty sure that honest students are given priority. And so if you said I want a single room, they give you a single room. Anyways, so I took a bus, honey, because like flights are expensive. I know they say catch flights, not feelings, but honey, the flights these days are looking hella expensive. I took a bus down from Joburg to Cape Town, and there's a couple of stops. So you can stop at Paarl, you can stop at Belleville, and you can actually stop in the CBD Cape Town. So if you're going to take a bus down to Cape Town, you're gonna stop at Belleville and it's gonna drop you off like in central Belleville town. From there, I was gonna take an Uber, and then this other girl came up to me and she was like, "Oh, are you going to CPUT or are you going to UWs?" Because literally CPUT is here, UWs is here. They're literally opposite to each other. So then I was like, "Oh, I'm going to UWs," and she was like, "Okay, can we share an Uber?" I was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" Like, and the things that we're going to share the money for the ride. So then we get to the gate, right? This is the main entrance, one of the main entrances, I should say, the one opposite CPUT. Obviously, we're arriving like 2 days before actual lectures start, right? So it's quite quiet, and the security stops us and like, okay, why are you here? But then we're like, okay, we're here for res, we're signing in, and then basically on your phone you just have to show them the email that you got, that okay, this is your res and this is where you're going to be staying. You show it to them and then they're like, okay, sure, and then they let you through. And the thing that became so confusing to me, right, was like, okay, I'm there now. Bear in mind, I've never lived on campus before because of COVID. Like, it hit in first year, so I never got the chance to like experience that on campus res thing. And even in third year, I lived off campus in a private res, right? So I got to the res and then I got to reception, and then I see a security guard there and I see two girls like sitting down. So I'm assuming, okay, oh, so they're also waiting. So I'm just like there, like also just like waiting with them. Okay, the security like calls me over and he's like, "Hi, are you gonna be staying here?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, do you have your documents in check?" I'm like, "What documents? Like, nobody told me about any documents." And he's like, "No, you must print out your what's this, your acceptance of like staying in res and like the details of like your room number and everything that was sent to you via email. You need to print that out because when the matron comes, they're going to need the details to like sign you in and everything." So I'm like, okay, like lectures haven't started, like campus isn't active as yet, like where am I supposed to be doing all of this stuff? Like, I didn't know. So then he's like, no, go to Res Life, and then when you get there, there's like computers and stuff, and then just log into your student account, and then you can print them out because the printers are working over there. Then I go to Res Life, I print out my documents, whatever, I come back. And then I'm waiting. Bear in mind now the bus dropped us off like very early in the morning. So the matron only comes, I think, at like 8:30 to 9ish side. So then get them, and then there was another student there, like she was helping as well with signing people in. And there was this logbook where you like sign your name, surname, student number, where what room you're going to be in. I think they write you a note and they say, okay, this student is in this room and whatnot. So you go to back to Res Life, and then there'll be somebody there who assists you. And then there's like on the system on the laptop, right? It'll be like okay, logging in with your details, and then your student card will be, there's like a machine there next to the computer where you tap your student card there, and then it scans your student card and activates it for your room, right? And then the security is like, oh, here's a trolley. It's like one of those, like how they transport what's this, drinks or like food in stores, or like when they're offloading it off a truck or something. There's that kind of trolley, and then I put my suitcase and whatever on it, and then he was like, give me your phone. I'm like, am I being robbed? Like, what's happening? And he's like, no, the thing is that a lot of students, like, they'll take the trolley and they won't bring it back, and then this is my basically security, my collateral from you, that you'll bring it back and you won't just leave it anywhere, so that the other students can also use it as well. So then I'm like, okay, fair trade. I just met you like a couple of minutes ago, but like, okay. So then I give my phone over to the security, take the trolley, and I'm trying to find like my room. Okay, my specific building, I think it started from LMNOP, right? So there's like different blocks, and there's different buildings, right? And there's like a courtyard in the middle of those buildings. So I'm looking for P block. I'm looking, because I can clearly see L there, right? And then stupid me goes right past P block because I can't see the P. The P was on the other side of the building, opposite to where you would see it coming from reception. So then I make it into P block, right? Oh wow. I look inside and I'm like, this reminds me of an asylum, or an abandoned hospital for sure. Especially with the lights off and like not everyone is there, and like in the far distance, like the lights aren't on, like it's dark. Hey, it's looking like a place where I shouldn't be. Like, this is the part in the horror movie where you're screaming at the girl, run, run, while you're still there. What will happen is that the hundreds, if it's like P107, for example, the hundreds will be like on the first floor, 200s is second floor, 300s is third floor, right? Then I find my room and I'm like, oh, yes, I'm on the first floor. Thank you that I don't have to drag this whole trolley up the stairs alone. What? 2 flights of stairs? Never. So then, okay, I tap my card and then I enter my room, and it's literally, I'm like, oh, okay, I see this. All right, so we can work with this. Like, I get in there and I'm like, okay, cupboard, like a big, like double door cupboard, and it has space on top where you can actually put your suitcase. And then I'm looking at the bed. I'm like, I was just like so surprised at the mattress because I was expecting like a mattress. Like inside, obviously there was like that foam that mattresses are made of, but the outside was like plastic, like a hard plastic. I look and there's like a study table. I'm like, okay, sure. And then on the other side there was a shelf. They had my bin and there was the bin and the corner. Um yeah, that was basically it. So I'm like scratching my head and I'm like, where's the fridge that they promised me? Because in my like letter that was I was accepting, right? It was like da 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 da, and a fridge will be provided. So I was expecting a fridge. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like a communal fridge. So it's not like each person has a fridge and they like in their room. It's a communal fridge. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I leave my room and then I'm exploring more, and then it's like mixed. So it wasn't a thing where it was like one side was girls or one side was boys, or like different genders on like different floors. It was like everyone was just mixed. And it was also like it wasn't a thing where it was just like single rooms. It was like maybe I'm a single room, the one like my neighbor is a single room, neighbor as well as a single room, but then that room is like a double room, and opposite me is a double room. So it's like very mix and match. Okay. So going to the bathroom and then I check and it's like three showers, and they have benches, what's it called, inside of them. And then there's like was it two or three sinks? There's like two or three sinks, and then there's two toilets, right? And there is a like for the women, right, there is like a sanitary bin provided in the toilets. So then I'd go to the kitchen. It's a very wide and big kitchen, like wide windows, everything. On the one side you have the stove tops, like there's a lot of stove tops like on one side, along the wall of one side, and also on the other side. And then you have a sink. There was nothing else. So I'm thinking, where's the fridge? Like, where's the actual fridge? Like, what are you talking? So I'm like, okay, I'm like messaging somebody else, right, who has lived in res. They weren't like a friend of mine, like more acquaintance. So it wasn't like I thought of contacting them before to ask them like how res is and whatnot. So I asked them, hi, like I just arrived at res, right? And do we have to buy our own fridges? Like, I'm so confused about that. And she was like, yeah, like you have to buy your own fridge, your own microwave, and if you want, your own two-plate stove. What? Is this not deception? Is this not deception to the highest level? I came all the way from Joburg to Cape Town thinking that there will be a fridge provided, because it promised me that there will be a fridge provided. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what am I actually supposed to do? Because at my private res, right, the fridge was provided for, microwave as well. They gave it to us. Um, everything, yeah. Like I didn't have to come with any heavy, what do you call this? Appliances. The private res and on campus res, the difference between that is 300. It's 300. Difference is 300. But if you look at it, private res benefits compared to on campus res, like what? What? But in general, like the room was really the barest of the barest, the minimum of the minimest that they could give you. And then there was also like the floors, there was some tiles that were missing, like especially towards like going towards the door. I don't know how tiles just break like that. My window, which I discovered during winter, like it was very old windows. So it was a thing where whenever during winter, whenever there was like heavy winds, like it would blow into my room and it would make it so cold. Like you really need that heavy duty blanket. And then to top it all off, after winter has ended and we're going into summer, that's when they decided, our windows are old, let's replace them after winter. Are you serious? Like they were so old to the point that I remember on the third floor, somebody opened their window, and the window just shattered. Just literally, it came out of its frame and shattered. And yeah, general cleanliness, I think, like because there was like staff to clean like the kitchen and the bathrooms, so that aspect, so in that aspect, things were kept like fairly clean, right? You would have like a complaint here and there from people, but in general, it was like okay. There was also like um a laundry like room where you could do laundry, but like you don't pay anything. Like I know some other people do it in like private reses. I didn't personally pay in our private res. We just had a washing machine. Um, we did have a washing line as well, but I don't think a lot of people used it. Like in the afternoons, obviously a lot of people are going to do their laundry. So like there were times where you'd go to the laundry room and there's laundry like everywhere. Like there's a line. Generally, I was very underwhelmed with the room. Like it was not what I was expecting like at all. So yeah, I'm just telling you guys, like, be prepared. Like, don't be like me. Be prepared and know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, I've just been chilling in my room. I video called a couple of my friends. And then I wrote an email to Res Services. I was like, hi, in your email to me, you said you'd give me this, that. Everything's here because they were like, oh, there's a shelf, there's a cupboard, they say there's a bed, there's a thingy, a heater, and I got all of that, but I didn't get a fridge. And then I see people like bringing in their own fridges, and I'm like, I messaged this person on Facebook Marketplace. I know they're selling a bar fridge for 500 rand. I really don't mind it. At least they gave me like, okay, let me raise it a bit. They gave me like a broom, a mop, and a dustpan, a dustbin. Yeah,